Finally entering a place in my life where I'm becoming more decisive. I'm knowing what I want and I am attacking it in a way that I have never done before. In the past, I would say I was quite indecisive. I was stuck between two options always. Should I do this or should I do that? How much energy should I put in this? How much energy should I put into that? But no longer, I would say that I'm being held back by that. I know what I want, and now it's time to act on it. This affected me a lot in relationships, especially in my last relationship. That relationship, I was back and forth with her on whether or not I wanted to keep the relationship because, on one half, the relationship treated me so well and we were very compatible. We were both very good people. However, there was something in the back of my mind, or I guess in my gut, that was telling me, hey, listen, this ain't for you, bro. Not necessarily that I could do better, or it was nothing like that. Just that there's more that you need to experience if I can give it a word. And I stayed in a relationship maybe longer than I needed to be in that relationship, but I will say that being in the relationship, it took me being in the relationship for me to realize that I need to start choosing me. And this is what choosing you looks like. Because it doesn't always scream at you when you need to change a situation or start moving different. It doesn't always yell at you. In this case, a subtle it was a subtle pull, nudge that was there, and I kept ignoring it, or I tried to logic it. Like, oh, she's a good girl. She treats you well. We have a great bond, a great relationship. But emotionally, I knew that it wasn't feeding me in the way I needed it to, emotionally and mentally. So you had the physical aspect, like, whoa, like, she physically, this relationship is everything I need. It's good. It works. But on the back end, emotionally, mentally, it wasn't there. We ended up breaking up. I ended up breaking up with her, and we still messed with each other for a while. For those going through a breakup and you know that this person is not your person, do not stay. Do not stay in a relationship, or I want to say, like, friends don't work, but friends can work for the right dynamic. In our case, I don't think that friends could have worked, but we stayed seeing each other. Even though we broke up, we were still seeing each other, and it just makes it harder for you guys to break up, or like actually stop seeing each other, because it's like, yeah, you're broken up, but you're still seeing each other, and it just makes everything harder. If you guys ever experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, we're not technically together, but you're still technically together, and it makes lines get blurred. We're doing things that people in relationships do, but we're not technically in a relationship. Then one person ends up getting confused, like, oh, I thought we were still, but no, don't. It's not like that. It doesn't work like that. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're gonna be broken up, if you're gonna be separated from somebody, you can't expect to have them in the same way that you did. That's it's not right. It's not right for either of you. It's not fair to it wasn't fair to her, and it wasn't fair to me. But I knew I knew that, well, I didn't know, but eventually it got to the point of, like, I'm feeding this thing, but I know it's not right for me. And that's how resentment gets built up too. Because you keep pushing your feelings to the side, because it technically is supposed to work. You just keep putting your feelings to the side. But when we finally broke up, though, and stopped seeing each other, it hurt. It hurt a lot. And I had to go through that pain. The pain is what got me to this point. The pain is what I'm going to take, and I'm going to transmute that pain into a better understanding of what not to do, or I'm going to use this pain as a compass to help me find the next relationship, or the bigger picture is navigating what is serving you versus what is not serving you, if that makes sense. The relationship, I kept the relationship because I wanted it to serve me, but it wasn't serving me in the way I needed it to serve me. But it ended up helping me ultimately become more decisive. Because I was so indecisive in that relationship, it helped me to become decisive. Because I recognize, okay, this is my patterns. When I do not know whether or not something is meant for me or not, I'll go back and forth with it. So I broke up with her, but I was still seeing her. I was still doing the things that a boyfriend does, but we weren't in a relationship. Now I can recognize that when I genuinely do not want something, I don't have to entertain it anymore. I use the example of relationship because I think that's the thing a lot of people are going through, not knowing if a relationship is right for them. But this can apply to anything else in your life too. Friendships, a job opportunity, a career path. You get so tuned into who you are as a person that you're able to recognize whether or not you even like the thing that you're pursuing. That was me with a lot of the jobs I've had. I'm working this job, I'm working this 9 to 5, and it's not feeding me. I've worked so many different kinds of jobs, and I was able to pinpoint certain things that I did like about each job. And then you take those different experiences and you can put them all together. I used to work at FedEx, and I really enjoyed physical movement. I was unloading the truck at the time. So I would hop in the truck, bah, bah, knock it out. I enjoyed that. That to me was fulfilling. But I didn't necessarily like how it was never ending. Just like trucks coming in, boom, boom, boom. And even when it's time to go, it wasn't time to go. You had to stay there and wait until all the trucks was done, or the trucks got to a certain point before you can leave. And that to me ain't sit right. I don't like the fact that these companies have so much control over whether you leave or not. Like, that's wild to me. These companies control. Ah, man. I want to put the control back into my hands. I want a career that allows me to wake up when I want to wake up, work when I want to work. Because why not? That's what I feel gravitated towards. To someone else, it might not matter, but you got to find what's your compass. What do you naturally feel gravitated towards? If some people like the medical field, they become nurses, doctors, whatever. They work in the medical field. Some people gravitate towards the trades. They become plumber, a carpenter, whatever. What do you naturally gravitate towards? I started recording videos. I like speaking to people. I like talking. I like helping. So this is an avenue that I can perform. It's an avenue that I can do, and it can bring me income, and I feel a sense of purpose in it. This video felt more conversational, so I hope you guys enjoy. That's pretty much it that I have to say about that. Sometimes you have to just go through pain in order for you to learn. Just like children. You reach your hand to fire, you pull it back when you get burnt. Word to J. Cole. You have to feel the pain in order for you to learn sometimes. I had to go through that painful breakup process for me to learn. For me to learn what love is. What love is and what love isn't. Love can be mistaken for attachment. And I think there was a bit of attachment there in that relationship I was in. But it's about recognizing. Hold on, guys. I to ignore it, but he just kept on barking. I lost my train of thought. Guys, I hope you have a great day. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a comment down below on any topics that you want me to talk about. I'm open to suggestions. I want to get better. And I want to grow with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.